I had never really thought about the garden railroading, but our daughter graduated and told my wife, we need something to do. I have estimated that I have somewhere around 20,000 pounds of concrete poured on this thing, and I do have between 35 and 40 ton of rock. It's just one of those things where I grab 2 or 3 sacks of cement in the evening, and then I pour it, and then I texture it the next morning before I go to work. It's just something I just love to build. The concrete work, I have done various things, various techniques. Underneath the water wheel is the wire substrate that holds all the concrete in place until the concrete dries. And of course, once it dries, then it holds itself. All that concrete there in the front, that was rock. This is the rock. I mean, it's still rock underneath it. And here, right in front of you, that's the very first one I did. That one there has, I have estimated around 6,000 pounds of cement just in that one. Structures is one of my favorite things to build. I build all my structures all out of steel, and then I cover them with either magic sculpt or redwood siding that I mill out. That is Mashville. I named it after the Mashville because it's named after the show MASH. I always enjoyed MASH. And it has several of the characters of MASH on there. Got Rizzu, then it's got Winchester. Of course, with a name like that, I turned him into a gunsmith. See, Hawkeye Pierce, MD, is actually a doctor. We have Hot Lips. That's all steel building. There is 40 inches of rise in this set of tracks right here. It winds around back and forth from one side to the other. And eventually I'll have bridges all connecting the two of them after I get a lot more of my concrete work done. Here's a cascading waterfall. I just have a passion for waterfalls that falls in sheets. All my track is laid out on steel rails. I actually built all of this track system right here in front of us in my business, and then I carried it up here on a tractor and we set it and concreted it in place, and then we put the track on top of it. Lots and lots of pieces and lots of nails.
Friend here is running his live steam, which generally doesn't run unless it's fairly level. Have some trestles on here. This trestle here is 22, 23 years old. It's been moved 3 times. A lot of stone and cement, very happy with that. Of course, that keeps it staying outside. The layout itself is basically a point-to-point. Has 2 reversing loops on the same end. One's on an upper level, one's on the lower, and most people really don't notice that. They're tubing, they're coming around. At least Luke is coming around. Well, there's the gal. She's in an eddy. As far as construction techniques, I like using wood. That's probably my favorite. But I use a lot of cement. I just try to model scenes that I see in the Ozarks when I've been backpacking or canoeing or other explorations. We experimented this year with a lazy river just to see if the concept would work, and I'm fairly happy with the concept. It's been like thing got most comments. So I think this winter it'll see some improvements. I learned a little bit about water dynamics and eddies and that sort of thing. So I just use a fountain pump. Luke probably shouldn't be in his jumpsuit, but kids is like that. As far as I know, this is the first live water feature on a model railroad. Station on the other end has some guys that kind of tell the story about the railroad. Whole thing's being refurbished. Anything left outside has to be repainted and stuff, so I got a crew working on my station. I've got some cabin scenes. I got my waterfalls and pothole area and all that stuff is what you'd typically find in the Ozarks, not out west. So it makes it look unique to the area. Hope you guys got some good pictures, huh?
It might have been 4 years ago, 3 or 4. Well, my dad was artillery in New Guinea, the Philippines, and Korea. And I was Air Force. I was in Vietnam. My older brother was Marines. He was in Vietnam and the first Gulf War in '91. My older brother, when Sheila and I got married, he was commander of the Marine Barracks in Pearl Harbor. And we went over there and got married. He was a colonel. He retired.
Welcome to Germantown. I've been collecting LGB stuff for about 25 years. Most of the locomotives and running stocks are kind of a German influence. Our railroad here takes place in about the 1930s, the 1940s. All the track, all the cars, all the locomotives, and all the buildings are LGB. This is the train yard here, and has a passenger station, a freight station, the 3 locomotive sheds with the turntable, and a coaling station, couple of water towers. This is a regional mail distribution center here, and that's the fire area. This is a farm. Diane said I could have the garage so her cars could sit out and everything. About Christmas time. Nothing like hosting a meeting to push you.